The lesson for today is called Finding the Area Between Two Curves. Let's say we have our x and y coordinates, and we have a function y equals f of x, we have a function y equals g of x, and we want to find the area between these two curves from, let's say, x equals a to x equals b. We want the shaded in area in between. Now, at first you might think that there are a number of different possibilities. You could have, let me erase this for now, you might think that it sort of is three different situations where they're both above the x-axis, they're both below the x-axis, or one of them is above or one of them is below. But let's look at all three of these cases separately. If you are above the x-axis, what is this area? This area here, this red area, is the integral of f of x from, let's say, a to a1, the integral from a to a1 f of x dx. And this green area here is what we don't want, so you subtract the integral from a to a1 of g of x dx. And that will give you all of this red area minus the blue area, which is just what we want. Take this away. Ugh. Take this away, and we are left with this blue area up here. Now, if we go from A1 to, let's call this point B1, what do we want here? Well, this red area is the integral of f of x dx from what, A1 to B1 f of x dx. Now, this green area down here is the integral of g of x from a to 1 to b1, but it's a negative number, and we want to add it. What do? We subtract that negative number. A1 to b1 g of x dx. This gives us this whole combined area. And finally, this last little bit, what we do, I wish I could zoom in a little bit. Can I zoom in? The integral of the f of x is this area right here. It's a negative number. The integral of the g of x is this area here. It's a negative number. Maybe it will work better if I did it this way. What is the distance from here to here? Well, if that is f of x minus g of x. Let me try another example. If you have the integral, we want to find the area from this function to this function. This is y equals f of x. This is y equals g of x. Let's say from here to here is -3, and from here to here is -7. What we want is we want the positive 4 between this. And how do we do that? -3 minus the -7 does it. In general, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, if you have two curves, y equals f of x and y equals g of x, and you want the area from a to b between these two functions, it's very simply the integral from a to b of f of x minus g of x dx. This is the area between the curves. And I could have said that shorter, but whatever. Hopefully it makes sense. It doesn't matter if they're both above or below, or one's above and one's below. It always works out. So that is the formula, and I'll do problems as separate videos.